Rachel, and today I'm back to film a video that I'm really excited about. I'm in a new planner and I thought we could do a quick flip through. Just first of all, I'm really sorry about the light. It's quite a dull day and I can't seem to get the light right, so I'm hoping that this is okay. But yeah, I'm in a new planner, and not only is it a new planner, it's a new size for me as well, which is really exciting. So this is my new Moterm planner. I just wanted to quickly show you the pouch that I'm keeping it in. You've seen this before if you're one of my regular video watchers. This is just my pouch from Josephine Bow Designs. I've had this now for about a year, and it's housed all of my planners that I've had, which have gone from Lichi to personal wide size, and I think you could definitely get a B6 in here as well. It's lovely and roomy. So yeah, I just wanted to show that again because I love it and it's been really great quality. For the most part, I don't even bother with it. Sometimes I give it a quick iron, but yeah, I love it. So that's from Josephine Bow Designs. But this is why we are here. I've got a Moterm personal planner. I can't actually believe I'm in a personal planner. I've seen these over the last few months on YouTube and on Instagram, and they've piqued my interest, and I kept thinking, I don't think I want to move to a smaller size because I've been in personal wide. I started planning in November 2018, and I started off with a classic happy planner, and I instantly realised that that was not the planner for me. I sold everything that I had and I bought a personal wide Foxy Fix in probably in the December, I think it probably shipped to me, and ever since then I've been in that. So I mean, that's nearly 2 years. And I love that size. It's definitely not going to be the last time that I'm in that size. I know that. I will probably go back into it. But I kept seeing these, and Tony, like I said in my unboxing video, Tony from Fab Planner Print had one, and she sent me pictures. And it was just gorgeous. And yeah, I saw one pop up in the D-Stash group and I grabbed it. So I've got the pink. I don't know how well it's coming off. It's probably coming off as more of a taupe because of the light, but it's not. It's the Lichi pink. And it's gorgeous. It's a really light shade of pink. It's beautiful. It's definitely not coming off on camera. It's much more blush than what it looks on here. It's absolutely gorgeous. It reminds me very much of the ballet slipper in the Aura Stelle. It's lighter than that still, if you're familiar with that leather colour. But yeah, it's definitely blusher and pinker than what it's coming off on the camera. So yeah, I've been in this for about a week now. I'd originally printed all my inserts off and had every intention of putting it together and waiting for absolutely everything to come that I needed, because it was a whole new size change for me. I didn't have a lot of the dividers. I didn't have anything. I didn't have anything in personal size. So yeah, I had to order a lot of stuff. However, as soon as I put the inserts in, I was just desperate to get in. So I am in her. She is quite nicely set up. My setup is not complete. I'm still waiting for some dashboards from Catspresso. I have still got some other divider things coming from Annie's Planner Co, I think it is. I've got some task cards coming, so still some bits and pieces that need to go in. But I had a few messages on Instagram from people saying, are you going to do a flip through? I was just quite excited. I wanted to do it anyway, so I thought we'll do that. And then maybe in a few weeks' time, when I've lived in her a bit more, we can do another one. So as I said, this is a Moterm planner. You'll find these on AliExpress, and sometimes you'll find them on Amazon if you are lucky enough. I don't think they stock as often on Amazon. And there's a few colour choices. I think there's light grey and darker grey. There's a white, there's a taupe, and I've seen some croc style ones as well, pink and blue. So yeah, I might be interested in picking up a few different colours of this, but we'll see. We'll live in this one for a little while and we'll see how we get on. So there is another style of Moterm planner that you can get, which is called the Versa, and it does have a different configuration inside. There's a lot more sort of leather around. There's poppers and a thing that you flap open, and then the actual planner ring system is in its own separate sort of leather cover, and you can pull it out and put it in. Very similar to the Giulio Miyakara, I think it is. I think that's what that one's supposed to be the dupe of. But that's too much leather for me and too much sort of fuss inside. I really enjoyed how this one looked inside. So yeah, we've just got a simpler setup in here. I'm not going to say it's minimal. It's definitely not. I'm never going to do minimal, like, let's be honest. I need some sparkles, I need some holographic, but it's definitely not as deco heavy as what I would usually go, and I'm okay with that. I'm really happy with how the setup looks. So I've got my pockets at the front, and I'll just go through what I've got in there. I've just got a little clip. I bought a bag of these clips from Amazon. There must have literally been maybe 150 of them in there, and I think it was about £3. They did gold ones as well, but I picked up the rose gold. Then I have got my Ollie clip. I have got some Simply Gilded note pages. I've got my Nap Queen from Fab Planner Print, who I love. She's been in quite a few of my setups, so you'll probably recognise her. And then I've got a Josephine Bow Designs washi card, and I've got a tarot card from Lace and Whimsy. And I just put them together with some washi to keep them in place because they were slipping around a little bit and I wanted them to look nice where I wanted them. Then in this pocket I've just got some decoration. It's just a sticker sheet from Harriet Designs, if I can grab it. I've been biting my nails again, I can't grab anything. So yeah, that's just a rose gold sticker sheet from Harriet Designs. I don't think I chucked anything else in there. No, there's nothing else in there. And then inside of this pocket we have got, it's not even that long since I set her up, but I don't remember what's in these pockets. I just want to make sure there's nothing in that I don't want anybody to see. No, so I've got a picture of my kiddie winks. I have got my current freebie from Josephine Bow Designs, and I've got my freebie from Happy Sherpa Papery. So they are just in there. They're laminated. You know, I laminate my freebies that I have with the shops just because I think they're cool to have as a memory of what my freebies were. So in here we have got a Lace and Whimsy journaling card. This was just a thank you from an order that I placed. So that lives in there. Then we've got some paper that I printed that I was originally going to punch and stick in, but I decided to cut it down and to just use it as note paper in this pocket. And then I have got this little folder that I think is from 15 April. I can't quite remember. I've had it a while now. It's a bit grubby on the back. And I've just got some samplers inside. Not many, just a few. And that just lives in there, mainly for decoration, really. I'm not sure how much of those stickers I'm going to use. I just like to have them in there. So then we are at my front dashboard. So I don't know if Simply Gilded washi dashboards are cool anymore. I've never been one of the cool kids, but I like it. And that's what I'm going to have. For now, I have ordered a dashboard from Paper K, and I think it's a Cinderella themed one. So I will switch it out, but I will move this to somewhere else in my planner because I love to stick sticky notes on them. They're just handy for sticking sticky notes on them. So yeah, I've got a little name decal on a piece of acetate. This was from Madison Fox Plans, but she is no longer around. That I think is from Coffee Monsters Co. And then I clipped it together with one of those clips. On the back was some Hello Petite paper card, and then we've got a bow from Josephine Bow Designs. I had originally wanted to try and stick with rose gold because I just think the rose gold goes really nicely with the colour of this planner, but I couldn't help myself. There is a lot of hollow in here, a lot of mixed metals. You can see my tabs are mixed, are hollow. So yeah, we're mixing the metals, and I don't even care. I'm not even sorry. I'm okay with it. So we have got, to start with, my inbox. I don't have a tab on that yet. I need to get a tab. I didn't have one. But I've got some vellum that I got from Happy Scrappy. Then I've got my divider. I ended up buying my dividers from Sweet Marie Paper. And I bought a set of top tabs, which had 4. And then I bought a set of side tabs, which have 7. She did different options. She did 6, and I'm pretty sure she did 5. I couldn't decide how many I wanted, and then when I ordered 7, I thought, oh, I think there's going to be too many, and it would really annoy me to sort of just leave a gap at the bottom where I didn't use one. But actually, I could have probably done with more. I just kept finding sections that I wanted to add in. So yeah, maybe I'll buy some more dividers from somebody else in a different style. I really like having different tabs sticking out and mixing and matching. I like that look, so maybe we'll do that. So for my inbox, I just printed these freebies off from SM Plans. She did 2 different styles. She did these ones. I'll show you the 2 blank ones there. And then she did this style as well, so I just popped a few of those in. Then we moved straight into the monthly. The tabs came with the dividers. You could make the choice to have the dividers or not. I'll hold it up actually so you can see them a bit closer. I think there was a choice for different coloured tabs as well and different coloured metal, but I went with the pink and the holographic. So that's my first tab. Then I've got some acetate from an old Happy Scrappy box. And then we're into my monthlies. This is from Plan to Stitch Planner, I think. So I'll just take the clip off. My monthlies are from Justinia's Printables. I just decorate them really simply. We just have a little bit of washi on the side. You can tell when lockdown started, can't you? Nothing much went on. But we've gradually started to get busier, and I really like to see a busy monthly. So I've got my divider in the middle here ready for when we go to September. These tabs are just from Planner Press. They're stickers. and then I just stuck them on some acetate from Josephine Bow Designs and I laminated it, and then I hole punched it and I cut the slits just to make a little bookmark. So that's my monthlies. I do have the whole year. That's what one looks like without being decorated. You've got a bit of a notes section on the side. And then next up, I'm coming into my weekly section. We've got some more Happy Scrappy Vellum. And then my weeklies again are from Justinia's Printables. So this is what I was worried about. Obviously, if you're in personal wide, you get about an inch extra, probably about an inch extra. And I was worried that I wouldn't get to still do my memory planning spread as I like it, but I managed to find an insert from Justinia's Printables that had the same width boxes that was just squashed together a little bit, so I can still use the kits that I love, the standard vertical ones. So I was really happy with that. That meant that nothing had to change for me with my memory planning weeklies. So I've got a few spreads that are already done. I went a bit mad when I first set the planner up. I just couldn't help myself because I'm quite behind in my memory planning. That week there was my birthday, and my birthday was at the end of May. So that's a rough idea of how far behind I am. But I don't mind, because I just enjoy sitting watching a box set on Netflix and just keep doing weeks and sticking my stickers down. So this is what it looks like plain. We've got a little bit there for this week. Because it's memory planning, I don't need a to-do list, so I just do what I've always done and just decorate with washi on that side. So I've got a few more of those in, and then as I did with my personal wide, I've got 2 sets of weeklies in here. So these are my memory planning weeklies. We've got some vellum from Happy Scrappy again. We've got a daily divider. In my other planner, I didn't have this in the daily section. I had it with sort of a dashboard in between, and I had it still in my weekly. But because of the inserts that I've chosen just for current planning, forward planning, whatever, they do have a page for each day, so I thought I'd stick them in the daily section. So I've got a piece of vellum from Josephine Bow Designs that I've laminated. I love doing this with vellum and acetates. Just makes a really nice dashboard to stick your sticky notes on, put some clips on. It's just really pretty. So this clip is from Naya Papery, this is from Dotty Moo Shop, and these are from Happy Scrappy, those sticky notes. So I've got some acetate from Josephine Bow Designs. This isn't for sale in the shop. She just very kindly made it for me, and I absolutely love it. I think it's gorgeous. So that sits over there, and I think the writing matches. I'm pretty sure that that is pretty much the same font underneath it, which is just brilliant because it just looks really good. So my dailies, I've chosen Dutch door inserts again. My previous ones in my personal wide were from Printables for Planners, but these are from Justinia's Printables, and I thought I'd give them a try and see how I got on. So this is what I mean, there's sort of a daily section for each day, and I have cut and slit so I can just pull out, which is really nice. So this was last week, not too decorative, but it's me, so we had to have a few stickers, didn't we? So yeah, we are now on this week, which I have set up. I've got another one of those bookmarks, which just pulls in and out, and again, that's the Josephine Bow Designs acetate, and I just slit it to make a bookmark. I did have a to-do one as well. Where's that gone? Over here on my tray. I didn't have a place for it. I didn't have a need for it. So I haven't put that in my setup. That's just sitting over the side. So this is today. I'm filming today. I have got bits of the week planned, little bits and pieces that are going on that I'm going to need to do, and I'll show you a blank week. So you could literally not decorate this at all if you didn't want to, and it's got the little pretty pink accents to already pretty it up. So yeah, you could definitely get away with using this without any stickers or anything like that. I believe as well that they have the version without the pink if pink's not your thing, but I really am enjoying using this insert so far, so I'm going to continue with it. And then I decided that if I was having a really busy day and I needed a full daily, these were just a free printable from Peanuts Planner Co. And I just printed a couple of those out. So in the next section, we're on to personal. That's from Happy Scrappy. This was a freebie from Tony from Fab Planner Print in the Facebook group. And I just printed out and laminated a million of them. There's one in my PP Weeks, there's one in my Hobonichi. You've probably seen them. And then on the back, I just stuck a picture of my daughter, and she chose some die cuts that she loved, and we stuck them on there. This acetate is from Happy Scrappy. I'm not sure how much that's showing up. Let me see if this will help. You see that? It's beautiful. And it's a really, really thick acetate. If you've had an acetate from Happy Scrappy, Is that from Happy Scrappy or is that from Catspresso? I'm doubting myself now. It's from one of the two. It might be Catspresso, you know, but it's really, really thick acetate and I absolutely love it. I've just got a list of people that I've done swaps with. I do box swaps. So this is a new section in my planner. I've got a top tab for health. I've got a paper K die cut just with one of those paper clips. And I literally just put this in the other day, so it's not actually set up. I've decided to do some mood tracking. I'm not going to say too much about it, but I've struggled during lockdown. I've struggled a lot. It's not been easy. So I decided that what I'm going to do is I've ordered some sticky dots. I printed this monthly and I'm just going to dot every day. I'm going to colour code a key at the bottom. Probably not on the bottom actually, probably on here. And then I'm just going to colour code and see if there's any kind of pattern with my mood or anything like that. Yeah, we're going to do that. So I've just got the next 4 months of the year in there. I got that from Annie Pond's Printable, and at the time of when I'm filming this video, I think it might end today, but she had a 50% off her insert sale and the code was stock up and that got you 50% off. I'm not sure if it's absolutely every single insert that's in her shop, but I did get this one and a couple of others. Next, I have got my habit tracker, my monthly one. It's not fully set up yet. I didn't get around to writing the rest of the details in down there, but you'll have seen me use the personal wide version of this as well. That one was just a fold out that just folded twice, but obviously this is a smaller size, so this is folding out 3 times. So we've got that there. Then next we are going into my home section. We've got another one of those die cuts from the Happy Scrappy Blossom box. And then we've got some Josephine Bow Designs acetate. So this is my home section, I said, didn't I? Yeah, behind there, yeah, down there, yeah. So we have just got some details of account numbers, not bank account numbers. If I did ever lose this planner, it wouldn't be the end of the world. Like, nobody is going to be able to get into my bank. At best, they'd be able to pay my bills for me, because these are like the numbers of like Very and the water bill and things like that. So yeah, if I lose this and you find it and you want to pay my bills, I'll allow it, that's fine. So same on the back of there. Then we're into my family section. This is another new section in my planner. I didn't have a family section in my other one. I used to just bundle everything like that up in my personal section. But I've just printed these inserts from Annie Plans. These were another one that I got in the 50% off. And I got the front cover and the back cover. And this section is going to be for my kids. So anything for school, or we've got a school shopping list that I was doing. I'm nearly done. I just need to buy tights for the little one because they start school this week. I do have dates of holidays and things like that, but I've moved them out for the purpose of this video because I don't want people to know what school my kids are going to. Next, I've just got my doggies flea treatment. They were fleed yesterday. Still need to worm them. They're not due yet. I did have this in my personal wide. Obviously, I'm in a new size, so we got a new sheet. They have been fleed before. I didn't just start fleeing them yesterday. They're 11 and 12 years old. They've been fleed for a long time. So this one is my finance section, and I'm using this as a dashboard for sticky notes. I have a couple of bills that seem to go out in the middle of the month rather than at the end of the month, and I don't want to forget to pay them. So I just pop them on there in my finance section so that they're always there every time I come in this section and I can see them. Then I've got my online orders. I did have this section in my Hobonichi weeks, but I've moved it into here because I am getting into the habit of picking up this planner every day and having it with me. My personal wide was too big. I would pick it up, it would sit on my planner cart, and I would go to it when I would need to. But I've found that this is much more portable. I'm not taking it out the house at the moment. We've not got too much going on. I might take it to the coffee shop and do some planning when my kids are at school, and I would have never done that with my personal wide. It was just too big and too chunky. So yeah, I moved in my online orders. This is everything that I've been ordering for this planner to set it up. Yeah, so these are a blank page. These again are from Justinian's Printables. Then we've just got a piece of vellum, and then we've got the coupon tracker again from Justinian's Printables. I can show these codes because these are just PR Girl codes. If you search for the shops on Instagram, you'll find these codes as well. There's nothing private. And that's what a blank one looks like. Then behind there, I've got a dashboard with some sticky notes on. This is another acetate from Josephine Bow Designs, and I just laminated it so that it would be sturdy enough for me to stick a paper clip on it and it wouldn't damage it or anything like that. And then this is for I get my eyebrows microbladed, and I'm just about due to start doing a payment plan for next year's. So that's there ready for that. Then I have got, I'm going to plan. They were my payments that I've made for that. Chris's birthday money and Jensen's birthday money. And then we're into my social media section. So I do have a PP weeks that I use for my social media planning, to plan the week and to plan my post. But I do like to have a little section in here for tracking my stats and anything that PR teams have asked me to do, things like that. So I've got a piece of vellum with my YouTube logo on it, which I just think is cute. Then I've got 3 of these sections with the Josephine Bow Designs bow tabs on. These tabs are absolutely gorgeous. I'm completely in love with them. I'm in love with all of Josephine Bow Designs tabs, let's be honest. But I'm completely in love with these. So in the first one, I have got my stats for my social media and my stats for my YouTube. Now, I couldn't find a stats insert that I liked. I looked all week for one and I couldn't find one anywhere. So what I ended up doing was just taking the pages out of my personal wide and just folding them down for now. I'll probably actually stick with it like that for the year because we've only got 4 months left. But I will try and find a smaller one to fit in here for next year. If anyone's got any recommendations of any stats trackers, do let me know in the comments or pop me a message on Instagram and I'll be forever grateful. So yeah, I mean, that's fine. It's working for now. And then in the next one, this is sort of just like lists of things that will help with my social media or things that I want. I've got a YouTube wish list. I have got a YouTube video ideas. And then in my other planner, in my personal wide, I had a list of hashtags as well. I might transfer that in at some point. And then this section here is my PR team commitment. So I can't show you that. But I PR for Josephine Bow Designs, Fab Planner Prints and Happy Sherpa Papery. And in there are my personal codes that I get to use as a perk for PRing for the shop and any sale details or expectations of what they want, that type of thing. And then we've come into the last section of my planner, which is my notes. I did originally have one of these with no label on it to separate the blank paper from the paper that I'd used, but I ended up having to take it out because I wanted one last section up there. So again, I might find another divider somewhere and section off the blank paper. But for now, it's all together. So we've just got some random lists, some things that I wanted to buy, which I did buy. That one was my gym number, which I've covered up. I'm not going to the gym anymore, so that's not relevant anyway. And then just some spare note paper. This is actually personal wide and I just cut it down, which is quite handy. Then we've got some vellum from Josephine Bow Designs again, some acetate, sorry, gorgeous. Then we've got the fly leaf. A lot of people do put this in the front of their planner, but I like to have a fancy dashboard at the front. And I'm taking this out as well. I'm using it as a page lifter at the moment, but I have ordered a page lifter from Royal Planner. So once that's come, this will be coming out. And I think because I've had this in the back, I'll show you if I get a pen. Let me find a pen. Because I've had that in the back, I've not really been able to put a pen in here. Because when I close it, it sort of pushes, the page lifter pushes the pen and it was getting onto the tabs and things. But I think that once I've got the thinner page lifter in there, and I take that out, I don't think that'll be an issue. I mean, it's no problem if I can't have a pen in there. I'm not gonna lose any sleep about it. I just thought it looked nice. I've got a beautiful Villa Beautiful one that my friend bought me for my birthday. I have it in my micro at the moment, so I do use it, but I'd like to have it in here because then I get to see it much more. So I don't have anything in there because, like I said, this is coming out. Then behind that, I have all of my rewards cards. These have just got stickers on. So I'm one missing to get £10 credit with Isabel the Owl. I've got a few. And then behind here, is this anything that I want to show? No. So behind there, I have just got some details of letters from my kids' schools, bits and pieces that are going on that I need to know, uniform lists and things like that. And then in the back, I'm just going to have a sneaky look and make sure that no school logos are showing. Yeah, in the back there, I've just got some bills that I need to pay, ones that fall in the middle of the month, like I said, so don't go out via direct debit, I just pay them directly, and a few other letters. And that's it really. So yeah, I'm in personal size and I'm loving it. I'm not missing the size, the extra inch at all. I was really worried that moving to a smaller planner was just a mistake. I wanted to love it. I willed myself to love it because I just love how it looks. And I love the look of the smaller pages, and I love the look of the smaller planner when it's closed. But I thought if it doesn't work, I'm just going to have to move back into my personal wide, because functional is always most important. But actually I'm getting on really well, and I'll tell you what else as well. I've noticed that with my personal wide, I was pulling the pages out, opening the rings, pulling the pages out and writing at them on the desk, whereas I'm writing with the pages in the planner. I don't know why. I don't know what has what difference it makes, but yeah, that's something else that I've been doing. But yeah, I'm getting on really, really well with this planner. I love it. I love it so much. And I could definitely see myself eventually picking up as one of my hairs. I've just pushed my hair's falling out at the moment. I don't know why. Yeah, I can see myself just staying in this size and absolutely loving it for quite a while. So yeah, I don't really have anything else to say about this planner except that I absolutely love it. So I'm going to continue living in this. I'm going to put the new dashboards in and the new jelly pockets and things in that I've bought. I'll live in it for a little while longer, and then I think what I'll do is I'll come back and film maybe another flip through, because people always seem to want to look through other people's planners. I am very guilty of finding flip throughs on YouTube. It's my guilty pleasure. And we'll see how I get on. But yeah, quite a long video, guys. If you watch this to the end, I am grateful. I hope you're all safe and well. If you like this video, if you could give me a thumbs up, and if you subscribe, I love you forever, and I'll see you soon. Bye.